Maybe we weren't. Okay, maybe we are now. Sorry about that. There's the checklist again. So anyway, I get this text message from Dan at PI Engineering at X-Keys. And he says, hey, I got Tim here. You want us on the show today? And I was like, yes, thank you, Lord. Oh, my goodness. So there it is. And let's bring them, with no further ado, let's bring in Dan and Tim. Welcome to the show, guys. Hold it before you say anything. Let me make sure I got you. Yeah, it turns your audio right on automatically. But they appear to be frozen. Either that or they're fooling with me.
It's always good.
Uh-oh.
No.
Yeah, you better cut your feedback to 720.
Yeah, it might be a good idea.
Yeah, or reconnect. There we go. There we go. You guys were frozen there for just a second.
Kind of handle that.
Well, you know, it should. We've got 100 down, but and you guys were just sending me something down, so we should have plenty of headroom there. But
right, well,
there we
how
go.
This goes. It's not looking good.
Yeah, it's not looking good. You know, these guys aren't even calling from Australia. But Dan and Tim are in, where in the world are you guys? Minneapolis?
No, we're in Michigan at the moment.
We're in beautiful Williamston, Michigan.
You're in Michigan. Okay. Is it cold there?
Not for me. Tim says it's free.
It's so cold they're frozen.
It seems that way, yeah. Let me just see if I can play this just a bit.
Everything was working so well in the pre-show. But yeah, we're having trouble on the bandwidth.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me see if I can help a little bit on my end and send them a little less. It may be that we're just not, the little squirrels aren't running fast enough.
So what do we like now?
So you look good. You look good.
All right.
You're not fuzzy. You're not frozen.
All right,
But
cool.
you're
Sorry about that. So hopefully
but
that's
Tim has come
working
from
now.
Australia and ended up in
We
New
are a little
York.
fuzzy.
Well, you're fuzzy
Yeah.
because I've sent your feed back to you at a reduced resolution, but
Okay, cool.
the outgoing feed you look really, really good on. You really do.
Awesome. Well, it only took us
Better than live.
8 minutes. It's 8 minutes into the show, and we finally worked out how to get it sorted. So
How to
And I was
connect.
referring to the personal fuzz, nothing to do with the video.
Oh, okay, got it. Well, yeah.
So we had a deal list this year around at the NAB show in New York to make sure that we all had beards, but Bill that came along forgot to get the memo, so unfortunately he shaved prior to the show, so we didn't have a beard booth as we were hoping for. But you know,
Don't you hate that? Don't you hate that? All your plans.
Yeah, he's from the Caribbean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
St. John.
So I think he lost the memo somewhere along the way, or it's probably going to take another 6 months for it to get to him.
Gotcha.
yeah.
Well, Tim, you've come this far. You may as well go to Christmas. The whole Santa thing.
Yeah, one of the guys here, Liam, was talking to me before about Halloween and how much they get into Halloween here, and PI is it's full of cobwebs and spiders and all sorts of stuff around the place. Everywhere you turn, you're getting surprised by something.
We told him it was Halloween. Actually, we just don't clean around
That's
here.
the way it always looks. Yeah.
Spiders and cobwebs, yeah.
That's great.
I don't deny, I don't doubt that, no offense, but yeah, that could be the way for all I know.
For all you know.
Unfortunately.
You're just popping in.
Yeah.
That's good. So you were at the NAB New York show and got to see a bunch of folks. That's good. And,
yeah, it was quite busy for us. At the booth we kind of, because there was the vMix booth, but we had half the desk, or probably more than half the desk, I think, with the X-Keys studio and the 124 T-bar and all of their stickers and paraphernalia. So we kind of had a good transition into explaining what vMix was, and then hey, this is how you can control it, and vice versa. So you have people that use vMix that still somehow didn't realize that X-Keys works with vMix, or knew that X-Keys was a thing. So it was I sent them over to Dan to educate them as to what a mechanical keyboard was, you know, so and how they could use that in video production. So, you know, it was fairly educational all round, you know, all week. So yeah.
Yeah, the Lego newsroom is always a big hit. As you know, Tom, it attracts a lot of attention. And I think having the switcher there, for at least a few people that I talked to, having that switcher there allowed them to understand that, yeah, vMix is a video switcher.
Right.
They had the confusion that it was somehow in our hardware at first, but once we got that straightened out.
Well, gentlemen, I'm getting more and more questions and comments from folks that are coming from the traditional broadcast field, and that is they're looking for a control surface. And when we talk about vMix, we say, yeah, you can use your regular keyboard and a mouse. No, I want something with a T-bar. And they just can't get away from that comfort level. It's just the way they've always done it. And so by marrying the two, there you go, exactly. By marrying the two, you end up with...
so that's always good. I think you broke it.
I lost them for a second.
Left it in the wrong position.
You suddenly have that sense.
I'm not the
that
producer. I make no claims as to what's happening here. I'm not producing anything. You're in my hands. The T-bar is in front of slider D, so it's got nothing to do with me.
You know, it is so hard to find good talent at the last minute. And
I know, right? Like, it's just so disappointing. You think, you know, I'd know how to use it, or at least be able to trust people that know how to use it. But you just, these days, you just can't, you know. You do your best, but, you know, that's what happens.
Yeah. All right, so vMix and X Keys at the NAB New York. You guys showed off the new vMix 22 alpha.
Yep.
Not even a beta
Which is
yet.
this,
The double deuce.
probably, if you can see that. So you
No
can't see
way.
it because of the way that you've chopped it up. But
Oh, hold on. Go back and do it again.
Can you bring us in full screen?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I can't. You had one
I
shot
can.
and you blew it.
So
there's
there it
me too.
is. So Dan, you're
It
running
looks kind of
vMix
similar
22?
to, no, I have my laptop
No.
set up here. I just plugged it
Oh,
in.
In
then.
the demo.
Okay.
Yeah, I plugged it in just then, and just plugged it in and saw it as an NDI source on the network, and I'm running the desktop capture. So yeah, just running that through, and so yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So you didn't give Dan a copy of 22. That's what I'm getting at.
No, I gave him 10 copies, so just not the
man.
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I can't get one. Gee, my knee. Oh, wow.
What do you mean?
What is the number for Wirecast? Hold on a second here.
I sent
me an
an
offer.
email to a guy named Tim Sinclair. Is that not any relation to you?
To me?
Yeah, Tim Sinclair, yeah.
Recently?
At easternshorebroadcasting.com.
Maybe it was Western Shore Broadcasting.
Oh, actually, yeah, it was Tim Sinclair at Western Shore Broadcasting. Dang it.
These guys
Sorry
don't know
about
how,
that. It was a different guy.
they don't know how much I want to get my hands on this 22. It's not fair. It is not fair. Dan
I
gets
can
it.
unveil
Everybody in New
a new
York
feature
got
on
it.
your show if you want.
Okay, I forgive you.
Do you want
Yeah.
me to unveil a new feature? It's
Show me a
nothing
new feature.
spectacular.
Something live right here.
It's not spectacular at all, but I'll show you something that you can do. That Martin has no idea that I'm on this show or doing any of this, but I'll quickly show you if you want to
Ready?
switch it. Yeah, switch it over.
Sure, that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay.
Look at that. Look at that T-bar action. All right, so this is my my desktop here. So this is a tiny feature that no one's going to care about, but so now in the bottom right-hand corner of an input, if you right-click on it, you'll notice that there's now another option down the bottom here that says Create Snapshot. So for those people that have been really wanting to create like an individual screen cap or a capture of a camera or any individual input, you'll be able to do that now instead of like just getting the output or the program snapshot. You'll be able to get an individual input snapshot, and that'll save that. You can choose where you want to save it onto your hard drive on the computer.
Wow.
So yeah. So that's
Wow.
a tiny feature reveal that I'm probably going to get in trouble for, but what are you going to do? So yeah. A lot of people have been asking for like a snapshot of a lot of things. So like, oh, I want to do what's in the preview, or I want to do certain things. So we just added the ability to do it on any particular input, and that way you can create snapshots wherever you need to. So.
Oh, that's great.
And
That's great.
You've added support for the X-Keys GPIO, right?
Yeah.
In 22.
Yeah. So I don't know whether that's a big secret, but it's no longer a big secret. So there you go.
It's a game changer.
What is
You know
GPIO?
the little video I did on how to turn on an on-air light from an Xbox HD 15?
Yeah.
GPIO is like that, but you can have up to 14 outputs to do whatever you want with tallies, turning stuff on, turning stuff off.
Awesome.
There you go.
Awesome. I want
So
to
you
play
probably
with
have
that.
to see it in action to really understand it or what it does. But yeah.
You can use a vMix activator to power something, or to turn something on or turn something off outside of vMix in your studio. Lights, monitors, amplifiers, razors, toaster,
Sure.
coffee makers. Yeah.
So vMix can finally make you coffee after all these years.
After all
Right.
these years, well, I've switched over to lemonade now, so we'll have to see if we can get it to make lemonade.
Right. Okay.
We could do
You
that.
could fire up a blender for margaritas too.
Yeah.
We could do that. We could
Yeah.
do that.
So there's our big feature reveals. So
Well, that's pretty
it
awesome.
was kind of worthwhile getting us on the show, like hassling us about getting on the show, and we're finally here, and hopefully we've delivered. So yeah.
There you go. Okay. Well, we can close out the show now.
Yeah. I got to catch a plane, so may as well.
Well, okay then. All right, so we got the GPIO, and Martin K says it stands for General Purpose Input Output. That is, it's a relay of some kind. That's pretty cool. I can't wait to play with that. Oh golly, the stack of stuff to play with is getting higher. It's like Christmas around here. All these cool things to play with. So what's the next big thing for you, Tim, while you're here in the States? You're making your way out to the West Coast, I think?
Yeah, I'm flying out to San Jose tonight, and I'm going to go around and have a look at TwitchCon. So Twitch is a big streaming platform for anything from gaming to talk shows to IRL streaming. There's people that carry around those backpacks and stream every particular part of their life. All that kind of stuff. So it's a fairly big convention. I think they get 20 to 30,000 people. So it's a fairly sort of big thing. And I'm sure they'll have, Fortnite competitions and PUBG and, all sorts of different gaming related events and productions and stuff happening. So yeah, they have a lot of creative stuff as well. Like Twitch has a lot of artists and painters and all that kind of thing. So yeah, it's a fairly diverse sort of convention. Anything from gaming to music to painting, Lego. They have all sorts of stuff there. So yeah, just going to check it out, meet some friends over there, and see what is happening on Twitch. Yeah.
All right. Very cool. And Dan, what are you up to? You're going to stay put for a while, hey?
I'm exhausted between IBC and NAB and other things running around. I'm ready to just hunker down here and get caught up a little bit. I might even find time to shave. Could happen.
Well, with any luck, you could get
But-
snowed in. And then you couldn't do anything. Yeah. As long as you had internet, though, that would be good.
Right.
So, are there any new things on the X-Key horizon that we need to know about, besides the GPIO?
Well, I'm really, really hoping to have our replay controller up for NAB 2019. We were supposed to have it up for 2018. That didn't happen.
Uh-huh.
So that's one with a T-bar and a jog shuttle. Should be really nice for people that want to do instant replay.
Cool.
And these guys have had it supported for over a year now. We just need to make one.
Uh-huh. So the footprint will be the same footprint as the T-bar that you've got in front of you, or Will it be the 80
It's a
key footprint?
It's a little shorter than the T-bar. It's in the same extruded case as the T-bar and the 128, so that good heavy-duty extruded aluminum case. And it's an 8x10, 8 rows, 10 columns.
Okay.
So a little shorter.
Gotcha. Cool.
But I've seen all this secret stuff that I've been sworn to secrecy to not show anybody or talk about, so...
We can't talk about that.
We can't talk about that.
Don't even mention it and we're done.
There's somebody out here, this is Michigan, there's somebody out there outside this door with a gun, I'm pretty sure. And if anything goes awry, someone will bust in this door and sort me out. So I can't actually say anything that I've seen while I've been here. But there are things floating around, well, not floating around, but things that are, around that I can't talk about.
You do understand how unfair that is. It's very unfair
I
to say
understand that, but I mean, like...
It's like,
that's the whole point. I came all the way to...
Here's a popsicle, but you can't have it. Yeah.
That's half the fun, right? Like, I mean, I drove all the way to Williamston, Michigan. And if anybody out there has actually been to Williamston, Michigan, then, they can come and check out PR Engineering. But I came all the way here, so, I've been able to see what they've got going on.
Yeah, anybody that shows up, we'll show them the secret sauce. We're not...
So if I came...
But you have to be here.
In person.
Well, not you. Of course, Tom. Open arms here, buddy.
Okay, that's
just don't bring
all right.
Tommy Willis with you.
That's all right. I can take.
They have
a
good brewery down the road that has really good draft root beer. So if you ever come to Williamston, go and check out the Old Nation. Is that what it's called? Old Nation
Brewery. Yep.
Yeah, and they have really good lunches. I've consumed a tiny part of their menu based on recommendations. So, yeah, it's nice.
Okay.
It's a nice little town. The dollar store downtown has just got video rentals. So if you want to rent a video, there's Main Street down in Williamston. They now have video rentals. So if anybody needs one of the latest new releases, you can head down there and get the DVD.
I'm not sure if they're up to Blu-ray yet. It might just be DVD.
Yeah.
They could be VHS too. We didn't really
we didn't go in and inquire about the what sort of format they were in. So we're hoping they're in DVD. They could still be Betamax for all I know, or Laserdisc. It's hard to say.
It's just to the west of the only stoplight in town.
Yeah.
Got it.
But they have a Macca's though, so they have a McDonald's, so they're definitely on the map. But it's a really nice little town.
A Macca's? Is that what you called it?
Yeah, that's what we call McDonald's at home, yeah.
Macca's.
Oh, my goodness. Two people.
He keeps trying to drive on the left side of the road, Tom. I'm
I
sure
bet he does.
make it out.
What do they say? Two nations separated by a common language? Gee whiz.
Sure. Yeah, it's been fun. Even trying to order stuff off the menu, even at lunchtime, the lady was like, what? I'm like, I don't even remember what it was, but yeah, she had a lot of issues trying to understand what I was saying. So, yeah, it's been fun.
Well, changing subjects, because now I'm hungry.
Sure.
Looking ahead to NAB 2019 in Las Vegas, have you guys decided to take the Land Rover theme into consideration for the vMix booth? I really think that's a hit.
But perhaps we could get like a combi. That might be the way to go. Get like a Volkswagen combi van, split screen combi, and use that somehow. Maybe we could just have a classic cars convention in our booth for no apparent reason. That might be a possibility.
Well, that would fit with the banana theme.
I guess. How so?
I mean, well, what does a banana have to do with anything? Other than the fact that the banana is the official hospitality fruit of Australia. I understand that. But other than that, I don't get the banana. Anyway, I'm a little slow on the uptake.
How difficult would it be to take like the Wienermobile and convert it to a banana mobile?
Oh,
it
that's
should be banana mobile.
That's
just
a
some
good
coloration.
idea. I don't know. You'd think so, yeah.
Well,
I
if
wonder,
we're
is
gonna,
Oscar Mayer still around?
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. But if we're going to do
That's their
that,
company.
why not get a banana blimp? You know, one of those personal-sized blimps that's about 6 feet long and radio controlled.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we just
yeah,
fly
yeah.
that around the booth and fly that around, down the aisles, and then lead it back to the booth. Say a little sign that says "Follow me," and so everybody will follow you back to the vMix booth.
Which, did I hear that you guys are coming back into our neighborhood at NAB?
Yeah, we'll be closer to, well, depending on the finalization of all the booths and stuff, but currently, yeah, we'll be down closer to where X Keys were, just depending on
second
what
level.
happens with the rest of the,
Bottom of the
Yeah.
stairs.
yeah, just right on the stairs, I think, yeah, somewhere around there. But everybody can go and check out where everybody's booth is already. I think on the NAB website, they should have all that information.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, for those that are
Okay.
thinking about coming out, you've got, I think I thought about it last night. It's probably coming up to, it's less than 6 months away. So yeah, if you want to book your flights and hotels and make sure that you've got Tuesday night free, is that right? That's when the big show's on.
That's right.
Definitely come out and say g'day and have fun. Like, I know it's a long way to come, but we come even further. No matter where you're arriving from, we've probably travelled further to get there, so you've got no complaints about that. But yeah, it's a really fun evening. Like, I really enjoyed it. Like, from the first night where we had like 15, 20 people, if that. Because you were at the
Yeah,
first one.
the first year, yeah.
And
last year was packed.
then yeah, to this year where it was almost too busy that you couldn't get to everybody that you wanted to speak to. But
I know.
yeah, it was it's a good opportunity to not have to, like, we're not, some massive corporation where, you can't speak to everybody. Like, you could have spoken to people from our company, PI Engineering, X Keys, New Tech, Bird Dog,
PTZ
PTZ
Optics, yeah.
Or not I hate using the word like the little guys, but a lot of the smaller companies are there, and it's a good way to be able to chat with everybody and talk
Right.
about what you're doing and network and that kind of thing. So I think it's a good opportunity. It's not just streaming idiots. It's a well-informed group of live streamers and people that are doing live video production. So yeah, make sure that you come along.
There's the endorsement right there. What more can I say? So I'll just be quiet. You guys keep talking.
There's my
It's
rant
okay.
over.
Are you doing the cozies again this year, the can cozies?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Haven't made plans on that yet. But I need to find a venue that can handle 200 people. That's the bugaboo. Because, what we had, I think we had, in and out the first year, we had close to 50. Maybe it was more like 35, but it wasn't, 18 or 20. And then this past time, we were expecting 75, and we got 100. I think 103 was the final count. So it's exceeded expectations, and I think it goes to the point that, people that are in contact with each other all year by phone, by email, by live stream, when they have that opportunity to finally get together in person, it's just spectacular. And it's not just the Tuesday night Streaming Idiots meetup, but it's lunches and breakfasts and dinners all throughout that week. An opportunity to make friends with people that but you've never met. I mean, that's such an odd concept to me, is to know people but never have met them. To have contacted with, have conversations with them, emails with them, worked on projects together, and never ever met in person. And so it's a great opportunity to do that. Great opportunity. And I think
I
vMix
found
New
it's
York
even
will
crazy that. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, I was just saying, like, it's even crazy people that you've never met or never communicated with, but you've seen their name, like, either on Facebook or on the live chat or on YouTube or somewhere like that, and you kind of, without, like, not intentionally, but you kind of know a little bit about what they do and that type of thing, and then you meet them in real life, and it's really, yeah, it kind of blows my mind every time we do a trade show that this kind of stuff happens, where even at IBC, saw people and met them, again, felt like you knew them, but you've never had any sort of interaction with them whatsoever. So yeah, it's always good to see it. And I always say, like, the trade shows aren't necessarily all about trying out all the new tech, because sometimes there aren't any new releases that are, you know, all that important to you perhaps, but it's always good to actually meet people that work in the same industry, and kind of, so, you know, you don't feel so alone. I know that sounds strange, but, you know, that you have people that share common interests and common problems and that type of stuff. It's good to be able to chat to them about it.
I agree. And Tim, you know, you and Martin are such rock stars. You know, everybody wants to meet you guys in person and get your autograph.
No one does.
No one does. That's not true.
No.
Who was it? I was reading
Absolutely.
something
Whenever
the other
he
day, and they
leaves
were
the
talking
booth.
about, yeah, Tim probably can't go get a hot dog without being tracked down and saying, please autograph this.
You know, more people ask about you, Tom, than they do about excited about being at the vMix booth. They'll be like, oh yeah, Tom Sinclair sent me here, or Tom Sinclair, he's a troublemaker, he sent me here, or Tom Sinclair did this, Tom Sinclair did that. That's all I get, and that's no exaggeration. That's yeah, I get 2 days to a week, depending on what event it is, of, you know, Tom Sinclair made me do this, and Tom Sinclair's a great guy, and I'm like, Tom Sinclair? And it's like, you know, yeah. So, I mean, you'd be surprised at the kind of reach and the kind of positive influence you've had on a lot of people that say that you're a fantastic person and offer great support, and you're a good guy. And now I'm going to have to go have a shower now to get clean again after saying, you know, all these nice things about you. So, yeah.
That guy is lying through his teeth.
No,
Gee
when
whiz.
he would take off, you know, in New York, and just like 2 or 3 times Tim was able to get out of the booth and go talk to somebody or go grab a bite or something, and people would come up and I would just see the disappointment in their faces that Tim wasn't there. Oh,
Tim's
But you
not
know
here.
why?
to you.
It's because they wanted to complain about something. That's the thing, is that they're like, oh, there's something really specific that I either need to know how to fix, or something that I want to say that they need to add to vMix. So that's why I get that. Yeah, it's not, yeah. But yeah. But we had so many people drop by, and I think if you actually manufactured your X-Keys Lego studio, you'd probably be able to sell it to a bunch of people, because everybody drop by and they love seeing how it works, and you have to show them that it's real. You know, you'd spend half your time going, yeah, it's real, like putting your hand in front of the cameras and saying that it's live.
Well, Dan, you guys could make up a kit. And
Yeah, we'll put it on your site.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Put me down for 10 of them. I'll start it off. Oh, yeah, man. That would be cool. That would be, and, you know, I've been working with a local school here just recently, and something like that would just be a great teaching tool to help them understand, you know, about workflow. And it works. I mean, it just very, very cool. Very, very cool. Well, guys, we have overspent our time, and y'all have been just very, very gracious in popping on at the last minute and bailing me out, as it were. So I
That
owe you
worked out
both.
real well.
I owe you both a draft root beer at NAB. We'll see if we can't get some root beer, some draft root beer at the meetup or something like that. That might be kind of fun. I know Tim's a
that'd be
big
all right.
root beer fan. So we'll see. Well, please give our best to all the folks there at PI Engineering, Dan and Tim. Hope you have very safe travels to California for TwitchCon. And if you're watching us live, hang around for a second. We'll be in a post show. You can ask Tim and Dan some questions. Otherwise, we will see you next week. And that's done. All right, guys. Y'all were terrific, of course. Thank you very much.
This is really Tim's fault, Tom, because we were just doing stuff, and Tim said, "Hey, doesn't Tom show today? Maybe we should call him up and see if he wants us to jump on." There you
Well,
go.
I'm glad you did. Timing is everything. Holy cow. Yeah. I mean, I'm a little
Yeah,
disappointed.
with any of these things, I always feel bad jumping in and, you know, saying, "Oh, I'm here now, you've got to interview me," and that type of thing. So, yeah.
No, man.
It was just a good last-minute suggestion.
I would love to talk to you after TwitchCon, get your impressions on what's going on out there. Because you definitely piqued my interest when you said it was gamers. Well, the gamer part didn't pique my interest at all, but then when you said it's a bunch of talk shows, I was thinking, oh, talk shows, interesting. I do a talk show. Maybe I need to be out on Twitch. If there's a benefit,
Well,
that is.
it runs the gamut of all sorts of live streaming. I mean, I would say that 90% of it, if not more, would be game streaming.
Right.
But because of the platform and because of the market and stuff, solely focusing on gaming doesn't really dilute your opportunities as much. So that's why they've kind of pushed a little bit more into doing this real life streaming, as well as having like variety type shows and that type of thing, because they kind of want to open up that space a little bit more and not be known just for we're the game streaming people. So yeah, they've kind of looking in the last 18 months or so, they've been really trying to push additional types of streaming to the platform. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what it's like this year.
All right. Miranda's here. All right. Wow.
Hey.
Welcome. Good to see you.
Thank you. You too. It's a good show. I was watching you guys live.
Oh, well, you know, if you could have been working, so I guess there's that much to say for it.
I was multitasking.
You were multitasking. I get it. Yeah. Good. All right. So what's going on?
Oh, just working. Just got back from LA.
Yeah?
I was at Adobe Max, the conference. It was awesome.
Ooh. All right.
You should check out their 5 Minute Friday for all of their cool videos and photos from there. There you go. There's a plug for you.
Good job.
Thanks.
All right. That was last week's 5 Minute Friday.
Yup.
No, now if I didn't
just
know
me
anything.
on there, so I talked about the show.
Okay. Miranda, move a little bit to your left. There you go. That's it. Now you're in the right spot. So if I didn't know anything and I wanted to see 5 Minute Friday, what URL or where would I go to find a 5 Minute Friday to watch?
Go to YouTube, and it's PiVids, P-I-Vids.
P-I-Vids is the YouTube
Search.
channel name. Okay. And is that on your website
Yep.
too?
Yes.
Okay. And that
It is.
website address is piengineering.com?
Yup. Or if you want to make it even easier, just go xkeys.com.
Ooh, I like that. Xkeys, no dash, just xkeys.com.
Right.
Okay. Got it. I like it. So are you
And
making
you can check
plans?
out my website. It's vmix.com. For those that want
Yeah.
to know my website, vmix.com.
Yeah, right. Whatever. I had somebody call me this morning.
There's a link to our YouTube page there as well.
I get these calls every day. It's like, hey, I just bought vMix. Can you provide me support? I'm like, well, sure. What do you want to do? Yeah, we need to talk about that a little bit somehow.
You can pay me
something.
for it. That's what I would say.
Yeah, well, it's a hard
That's
sell,
fair.
but it's a discussion we need to have at some point.
YouTube.com/vmixhd.
There you go. Kevin is asking if the BirdDog Eye P100 will be fully supported by vMix. Do you know, Tim?
I think they're all NDI based, so they'll work on the network. In regards to control, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what they've got and whether it's going to be worth implementing the NDI controls and that type of stuff.
Do you have? You don't have one yet.
So I'm
though.
not sure how the controls will be. Well, not that I know of, no.
Okay. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Got it.
Again, I haven't been in
Got
the
it.
office for like 8 weeks, so yeah.
What a bum. Golly, he just runs around the country, runs around the world, flitting here, going to Amsterdam, going to New York, going to California, going to Michigan. Whew, there's the highlight of his trip right there. And then
true.
back to Australia. All right, well, does anybody have, Dan put a link in the chat to the last YouTube, which he's calling Miranda's
Look at
last
that.
video.
He's efficient.
He is good.
He's
got
all over
right
it.
there. That's
So
right.
now people are going to stop watching your show. You do realize that.
I know. They're going to just watch on Fridays.
Yeah. No, I mean like right now. We've just lost all the audience because they're going to go watch Miranda's video.
Oh,
It's pretty
well,
entertaining.
that's a good point. That is a really good point. So, do you hear that static?
Yeah, I do. What are you doing?
Okay. I want to see who it's coming from. Hang on. It's coming from them. It's coming from you. Yep.
Oh,
It's
okay. There might be some weird interference somewhere in here. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I once had a motherboard
It's
go
gone now.
bad, and the symptom of the motherboard going bad was crackling audio, and then one day it just stopped working. It was really weird. Weird.
Yeah.
Michael Graves is here, but he's late. Dan says he hears it. Yeah,
What a shame.
You want to make sure it's not in your Friday show. Martin S. hears it too. Yep, I'm not hearing it right now. All right. Well, you guys were great to come on. I have got to go back to work here. Yeah, phone's ringing again. So Rich says it's the aliens listening in. So who do we have left over in chat? We
Thanks,
got
Rich.
Rich, Todd, Rod, Martin S., Daniel Wright, who says, Tim, he needs to talk with you. Rudy,
Yeah.
Dave,
Did he send
Tommy,
me an
Otis,
email?
and Clint. Did he send you an email? Well, I don't know if he sent you an email. He didn't ask me.
Okay.
But we can tell him that.
I haven't
to
checked my
send-
email in a little while, but he should have sent me an email via whatever happened last Friday. So he should know what that is. So yeah, he just needs to send me an email. If he has already, I'll organize it when I've got a spare minute. But yeah, don't worry, I can organize it.
There it goes. There it
Is
goes.
the wife
All
still
right.
in the chat?
She's not on the list, but she was there a little while ago.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
I just wanted to
she-
say
she-
thanks.
She
Her
just
and,
popped out.
Her and Jan showed me around Malmö. So yeah, I just wanted to say thanks again.
All right.
Nice
Right.
place. Yeah. Very hospitable of them to show me around.
Well, you had quite a walkabout, didn't you?
Yeah.
Gee
Yeah, I've done the
whiz.
round. I've done the rounds in the last little while.
Done the rounds. Next thing we know, you'll be going to the Hong Kong show.
No.
Yes. All
I think
right,
I'm right
guys.
for now.
Well, thank
But
you
yeah,
so
no,
much
I went
for
to
coming
Manchester
on.
as well. Martin Kay's there. Sorry, he just said that my time in Manchester was wet. So yeah, it was a little bit wet in Manchester. But apparently that's par for the course mostly. But it was still nice. It's nice to catch up with Martin and go to a football match and that type of thing. So yeah, kind of seen everybody. So it's been good.
They play football over there? Huh. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, they use their feet. How about that?
Interesting. I'll have to check that out. All right. Actually, it was football, what we call soccer, that got me started in this crazy venture. Crazy. All right, guys. Well, let's wrap it up, and folks, we're gonna let the stream run out, and we will catch you next time. Everybody, wave goodbye. There we go.